Hey guys, Seattle Beats here with a brand new review of the Forza Horizon 2 G-Shock card pack. Today I'm going to give you a showcase of all the cars in this pack, showing you what they look like from the outside, what they look like from the inside, and how they look when they're drifting, and then you guys will be able to make the overall decision on whether you think this car pack is worth the money or not. First car up is the Ferrari 500 Mondial 1953. Now this car is also known as the Ferrari Monza, and its successor was the Ferrari 250 Testarossa, and I think a lot of you guys can know that that car is a really great car, and you can kind of see the resemblances in this car. In the 50s, Ferrari was really making a name for itself. Obviously they were already out there, but with the technology they had, the championships they were winning, this car really started a long line of great cars from Ferrari, and I really think it's a nice touch to add to Forza Horizon 2. Now it's not my favorite car in the pack, but with its low weight and high horsepower you can put into it, this car can slide for days, and it's really enjoyable to drift occasionally. Up next is the 1975 Ford Bronco. Now this car's life story is definitely not as popular as the Ferrari's was, but what I will say is out of all the 60s and 70s Bronco, the 1975 Ford Bronco was really the car that had the brightest future out of all of them because of its adjusted higher ride height that made the off-road experience a lot more enjoyable, soft, and comfortable for the riders. So a lot of Bronco lovers would say this is their favorite one, and the main reason I think that Horizon 2 put it into this game, even though it had rocky sales, it was an iconic 70s off-roader that really gave people an interesting experience. This is the Nissan IDX Nismo 2015. Now this car doesn't really have much of a car history because it's just a concept car, but the cool thing about this concept car is it's not just a fragile thing to look at. There's actually people been able to get behind the wheel of this thing and give it a drive, and they have really enjoyed it. There is some speculation behind this car that it may be a concept idea for a new Silvia or a new 510, but all I'm going to tell you is it's my favorite car to look at in this pack. And for any petrol head, I think a lot of you would enjoy this, and it drifts like a peach. It's just the best car to use on this game, I swear. Coming to the mid part of the pack, this is the Mazda Speed 3 2010. Now for hot hatches in the 2000s, this car definitely was probably one of the most popular ones. It does a great job, and I know a few people that even own this car that have said that it's always a good, reliable car that they've really enjoyed. Now this car has been in Forza games before, so it's not something new, and it's not really a car that's visually stunning, so I wouldn't say that. But performance-wise, it drifts decently, it races good. It's just pretty much a decent all-around front-wheel drive car that can be converted to other drive types, but it's definitely an enjoyable car, just not the best. Up to bat now is the Subaru Brat 1980. Now this car, in my opinion, looks like a really ugly El Camino, but unfortunately, since it looks like crap, it actually performs well. So this car is probably the best drifting car in the pack besides the Nissan, and it does really well off-road. Some of the notable owners of this car would be Ronald Reagan, that drove it all the way up until 1998, and then it made a cameo even on the show My Name is Earl. So even though visually this car looks pretty bad, its successor is the Baja, and I love the Baja, and this car performs like a beast, so even if you don't like the looks of it, you need to pick up this car. Now finally, the last car in the pack is the Shelby F-150 SVT Raptor. Now this is kind of like an upgraded racing version of the regular Raptor, and the Raptor itself is a pretty good racing car, but this car is kind of the most unnecessary car I felt in the pack. It's not really enough difference from the regular Raptor where I really felt like I needed to be included, but it is a pretty decent car to drift in rear-wheel drive, but it doesn't really work for any other classes because of how heavy it is. But hopefully all these updates, these history lessons, and the cars in this car pack I've shown you gives you a little update of what's in this car pack and lets you make your decision on whether you want it or not. I would personally recommend this pack though. If you guys like the video, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and add Seattle Beats as a friend on Wii U, PS4, and Xbox One.